Okay, the angelic messages for the week ahead. This actually directly relates to the light body reading. You can watch that to see how it's influencing the energy, or you can just go directly off this. It's up to you. So what we're seeing here is there is a old trauma. And so I'm going to relate it to this. There was an old trauma that created this distortion in the center of the field, okay? And it's this goo that I was talking about, this in between. It's an energy that is keeping someone stuck in between the higher realms and the lower realms, okay? But what they're saying is this trauma is actually the gift, because this is what will free you into your true divine nature and spiritual potential. Accessing this trauma, clearing it, and then expanding from that space, okay? This is still subconscious at this point. You may be somewhat aware of it, but we're seeing it in the subconscious hidden realms, and there is a need to meditate to access what this is. I will actually try to look into this and see what it is to help you guys. There again, we're seeing this duality of these two worlds and somebody being stuck in the middle. And this literally is the world we live in. It's what we as a collective are going through, is we have to move from the old world, the density, the darkness, into the new world, the light, compassion, love, bliss, joy, in the higher frequencies. It's literally a higher frequency reality, okay? And we are all transitioning through this gooey mess here, okay? So this is a common theme. It's going to come up in probably every reading. It's very clear here today, okay? So let me see. Sirius is coming through. Some of you could be Sirian star seeds, and what we have here is the reversal fields are really strong, as well as a connection to the ascended masters. That is very strong. And not only a connection to the ascended masters, but somebody here has reached ascended mastery state in a past life, but they're currently stuck in the reversal fields. So there's an internal knowing of this higher self, as well as feeling like you can access it, or confusion over if you're making it up, if you have that connection or not, and also a lot of dark, dense energy that you're experiencing, okay? So there is a profound resonance with Christ consciousness and the golden heart field. The golden heart field activates at the 70 level, and this allows you to embody Christ consciousness, this frequency, okay? Helps you to turn the emerald heart, which turns into the aqua heart at the 5D level, rose gold heart at the 60 into the golden heart, which is Christ consciousness, and that is the ascended mastery state. Once you reach that, you have achieved that level of consciousness in this world. So you have that potential because you've already done it. It's already within you. You just have to access it through your human vessel. Okay. Once you do this, I was going to see what this trauma is. Let me see. This will be more relevant for your physical life. What's happening here, and this actually came up in the other reading, is there's a lack of discernment. You guys are following truths that are not necessarily true, okay? There is a warning of untruths, denial, and unsupportive thoughts and words in any area of your life. So it could be an external source that is pulling you back here because you think that's the light, or it's an internal source of doubt and fear that is pulling you into the reversal fields. Okay, you guys will all be different on how or what that is. Regardless, the internal thoughts and beliefs need to be pure, aligned, and high vibrational, and then you will be less likely to be misguided by those in the lower frequencies. Okay, so that's where this is coming from, and that's where this trauma is. There was some sort of dishonesty, mistruth. It could have been what I'm getting here is the trauma is a gift and it's your teacher, but there could have been a trauma around a spiritual teacher or somebody you followed, some sort of mentor or a political leader or something like that, that pulled you into the wrong alignment, into the darkness more so. So nobody can tell you what's right for you. We have physical truths that are absolute truths and physical reality. At the spiritual levels, it's a little different because we're all creating here. We all have different experiences and perceptions of spiritual reality. A lot of times when I do session work, I will have a vision of someone's energy field or experience, and they will have a vision of the exact same thing, but it looks very different. Okay, so it's figuring out how to tie those common threads together to figure out the truth in a spiritual sense. Okay, but in physical reality, there's absolute truth and there's absolute lies, and that's what you need to be discerning about here. If it's external, if it's internal, what is your spiritual truth, and aligning with that and following that. And that's where we saw the congestion in the 5th level of the field. Okay, so that's where this dishonesty, this trauma came from. Let me see if I can get any more info about that. It's a little bit about fighting, like resisting the natural flow. So if you feel resistance, that is where this trauma occurred. So resistance in any part of your life. I'm trying to make sense of this. Hold on just a second. So you could be being dishonest with yourself, trying to force an outcome or a reality that isn't in alignment with your higher self, your soul self, your destiny, and your divine path. So what you need to do is kind of let go and allow your higher self to take over. This is really hard if the 5th level of your field is distorted. So you have to get back into alignment, and through meditation, through energy purification, through doing some healing sessions, some work, and then it's releasing the ego and allowing the divine to take over. And I feel like there may have been some misguidance here or a lack of trust in your own divine path and purpose. So there is a need to confront that and heal that as well. Let me see what the resolution is here and how to heal it. I just surrender to change. So again, we have this idea and concept of being in between worlds. It's a transition from the dark into the light. There's just some issues here that we need to heal and resolve. So the Phoenix is the resolution. You've just passed through a metaphorical experience of death and are currently enduring a perception of failure in your life. So the lie and the deceit is that you're failing, because you are not failing. Okay, you are moving through this energy successfully. It's just the mind that's stopping you. Okay, death and rebirth are related. When you enter the realm of the Phoenix, seen in this light, nothing truly dies, but rather changes from one ending directly into a new beginning. Perhaps no failure is involved, but it's time for a complete overhaul of your circumstances. You may be tired of what you're doing, or you may know intuitively that it's time to move on and try something new. Whatever the case, a death of the old and a celebration of the new life are called for. Whatever you do now will indeed be successful, be a successful endeavor for a rebirth is imminent. So you're clearing this trauma now. And I feel like you're already in the process of it. There's some energetic work that you could do to help speed up the process, stabilize the new reality that you're building, okay? But no, on the other side of this, there is really rapid movement, a connection to your cosmic angelic self, okay, as well as cosmic angels. They're waiting for you, supporting you, celebrating this shift once you clear the blockage. And I got another message here about this blockage being this conflict. It could be an external conflict between people around you telling you to go one direction when you really feel you need to go another. It could be internal. And the guidance there is to follow your heart, to go and flow with where your heart is pulling you, in coherence with the mind. So you're discerning about that. You're not using emotionally manipulative tactics of others to define where you're going, but you are truly discerning, and then use that to inspire your next actions, okay? So that is it for this week. There's a lot going on. Hopefully by the end of the week, we will see you truly inspired, following your heart, and aligned with your divine blueprint. All right, see you next time.